Hindsight 2020 is the debut EP from Upsahl, who joins us here in San Francisco.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
This is your very first time here.
Yes.
We were talking about, and you did not get to see a gosh darn thing.
Yeah, I know. I just rolled in and I was awake for most of the drive and then crashed out the last hour and literally just woke up at our hotel. So I've seen a little bit of the city, but I'm excited tonight after the show to go check it out.
Oh, so you'll actually have time to go to the Golden Gate Bridge?
Totally, I want to go
Lombard
see
Street.
it. Yes, for
Awesome.
sure.
We'll have to have somebody on staff give you
Who
a
needs to
50-cent tour.
Yes, yes, for sure.
And make sure you see the good stuff.
Yes.
Let me hear you, San Fran! Ooh, that boy's swinging. Oh, he's swinging.
Congratulations on the EP. It just came out.
Thanks.
And there's been a lot of buzz around you, and I know that a lot of people have been looking forward to this. What was the time frame of which you wrote this? I know you recently moved to LA and things like that.
Yeah, so I moved to LA a little over a year ago, February of 2018. And then just started doing sessions every single day with new people, new writers and producers, and wrote over 200 songs in a year, and it was so crazy. It was the coolest experience ever. All the while I was trying to figure myself out, trying to learn how to live alone in the biggest city ever, and navigating that. So the songwriting was very therapeutic to me. It was just kind of I would go in, meet a stranger that knew nothing about me, and they would be how's your day going? And I'd be well, actually, let me tell you what happened yesterday, and then we'd write a song about it. So I'm really thankful for that, because it really was a full creative outlet for me. But yeah, then we just, as a team, all came together at the end of 2018 and sifted through 200 plus songs and found our favorite 5 and are releasing those.
That's crazy to me, because the way you describe it, it sounds worse than college, because you just graduated high school basically,
yeah.
right? And so usually that age you go to college and it's okay, cramming for tests and things like that.
Yeah.
Instead you're no, I'm gonna go work on my craft. I'm gonna go to the hub, the center of entertainment.
Right.
And instead of getting sucked into the fun and games and writing for 5 hours at a time, it's 10 hours at a time.
Yeah.
That's worse than going to college, it seems.
I mean, you could say it's worse. For me, I just feel so incredibly lucky that I get to do this. I went to college prep school and thought I was going to college since I was 10. And then once I was actually starting to get my life together, I was okay, why am I even thinking about college? All I want to do is music. I'm already making music in Phoenix. I'm performing. Let's just move to LA and make it happen. And so I just feel so lucky. I always just have to whenever I'm getting stressed about this week was really stressful for me with rehearsals and stuff, I would just have to kind of take a step back and be okay, if you told Taylor a little over a year ago that she'd be stressing about going to the studio to write songs and then having to go to rehearsals and then go on tour, she would tell you to stop complaining and get over yourself, because you're the luckiest person ever. So that's kind of the mindset I try to keep with it.
So a couple of songs have been out from the EP. Mm-hmm. You have Drugs.
Yes.
And I'm curious as to when that was written, because it seems like that's kind of an LA song.
Totally, it is. I wrote it over the summer, so I had been living in LA for 5 months, and it's just kind of about going to LA parties and meeting a bunch of fake ass people who are dropping names, they're flexing their fucking Gucci belts, and they're have the newest car, and you're just dude, just can we have a real conversation? So yeah, I guess Drugs is just a metaphor for wanting that realness and wanting to be around genuine people, which when I first got to LA, outside of the amazing people I was meeting in sessions, it was really hard for me to find that outside of that. But once you find those people, you're fine. But yeah, it was a process for sure, and that's what Drugs kind of got me through that process.
Yeah.
Not drugs,
Right.
but the song Drugs got me through that process. Yeah.
How many parties have you been to in LA?
Not a ton. I'm not the most oh, let's go party. I love hanging with my crew who are amazing. I go to a lot of college parties, which is really fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because all my friends are in college. So I get my little taste of college out of that. But then I love working. So the studio is kind of my main focus.
200 songs have been written.
Yeah.
This EP is a taste. Do you feel like there's enough for an album? Do you want that Is that
And there's-
kind of like
Yeah.
a filtering mechanism, and then you'll see where you're at?
I mean, there's definitely enough for an album. For me, I just kind of want to like pace myself. I've released a few singles. I'm ready. Obviously, the EP's out. Like, that's a big step for me. That's like my first major release under my project. So, yeah, I would love to release a full-length album, but I don't know if that's happening in the next year or if it's the following year. Regardless, I just want to release like as much music and content and music videos as possible. Yeah.
How much fun are you having with these music videos? Because it's
Music videos are my favorite.
definitely
Like, I love
progressed
it.
over the course of your career, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's
No, it's so fun. Like it's kind of like my favorite part, and I can tell when I'm in a session if the song is really good when I'm like thinking already of like what the video is gonna look like and what the concept is. Like videos are I don't know, it's a cool part of music. But yeah, it's cool now being signed with Arista. They're like so supportive of the vision and like making happen in the videos, and it's just been more fun. I have more resources to like make it look better and better, and yeah, the next one's gonna be even cooler than Drugs. So
wow.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
Well, I can't wait for the show tonight.
Thank
Congrats
you.
on the EP. Great to meet you as well.
Thank you. You too.
Best of luck with everything.
Thanks for having me. Seriously.
Awesome. It is Upsahl. Her brand new debut EP called Hindsight 2020 is out now. You're watching B-Sides on Air.
Thank you guys.